Peter Tries from Coca-Cola. A lot of money involved. Paul Morris's car wearing the Coca-Cola logo, of course. And that promise of racing in Asia certainly going to come. Away they go. We talk about Coke. Have a look at Morris. Does a boulder off the line. Beautiful start from Paul Morris. Stephen Ellery, though, comes up in the little blue Sierra, and have a look around the outside. Phil Ward of the old Mercedes doing a great job off the line now. Through they go, the left-hander now into the braking area. Stephen Ellery under brakes, looks good in the Sierra. Morris with a wider line. Ellery tucks it up inside. Morris elects to go the long way round. Ellery will get the line. Yes, sir.
That Stephen Ellery, he's been there all weekend. He's been really quick. He's served notice on those BMWs that he's not there to be played with.
Ellery with a Sierra, once driven by Glenn Seaton, of course, back to 2-litre configuration, and this car really suits the engine setup. Very quick, great acceleration. Phil Ward doing a terrific job in the Mercedes-Benz. Tony Longhurst a long, long way back.
Even with those cars back there, it certainly shows that there is close racing to be had here. These guys have set up the cars to the new international FIA regulations, and they really are right on top of one another.
Ellery, the pretty little Sierra now. Look at Ward under brakes in the red and white Mercedes. Gee whiz, this car's got a new lease of life. Might be a big car, a little bit heavier, but it's certainly got plenty of grunt. Got the Mumbo here at Eastern Creek now. Morris, Ellery, and Ward. That's how they run now.
That car of Phil's, he's going to replace that very soon. I knew they wouldn't sit back. Mercedes-Benz don't like to see BMW up there all the time. Phil's over there, and he's over there to get himself a new factory car.
Down the end of the straight, down artillery round the left-hander. Look at Morris. Oh, how brave is this from Morris, and Phil Ward takes the racing line too, but gets shut down the third. Morris now out the outside from Ellery. Oh, great stuff here. Fabulous stuff here. Ellery wins that battle.
And look at Dillman. He's back there fighting too. He's the current 2-litre champion. He's not going to give it away.
Looking out from Phil Ward's point of view now out of the Mercedes. Watch him work the wheel. Really seesaws this car round now. Longhurst still way back there. Can't make an impression at the moment, but a long way to go.
Cotter and Dillman have had trouble with their cars all weekend, but they're up there and they're fighting for it. They've got the new Clark sponsorship to give a new lease of life to those E30s.
Peter Dillman, of course, the BMW M3 with a Clark logo on the side, the current 2-litre champion of Australia. But I'm really impressed with Phil Ward of the Mercedes. He's done a great job. There's the big car now as he handles it around that corner. Manhandles, I should say. He's working pretty hard and doing a good job. Now Longhurst starting to make a move, but up front, it's still Morris and Ellery. Ellery, Stephen Ellery in the Ford Sierra. Round the outside, can he shut Morris down? There's his point of view of Morris. Have a look at the BMW now. Skates over the ripple strip. Oh, good stuff here. Oh, and Morris gets it really sideways and brings it back online.
Young Ellery's got a lot going for him. That kid's going to be someone we will see a lot of here in this 2-litre series as he gets more competitive into the season.
Back onto the big main straight at Eastern Creek. It's Morris now. Have a look at the Sierra right up his boot lid as they come down the fastest part of the circuit. Ellery puts his wheel in and has a look, but Morris says no way this time round. Phil Ward still running third in the Mercedes now. Just clips the dirt as he brings it around. Big fool, and that's John Blanchard doing a pretty good job in behind Ward. Now Longhurst pokes it up on the inside of Blanchard. It's Morris and Ellery out in front of Ward. Good dice though between Longhurst and Blanchard, and he got him.
And they're all over each other here, and this is really going to showcase this class. It's the first opportunity to get these cars right out there on the stage in Australian motorsport.
Ellery again comes on the inside. Morris, his car really not set up for these ever-increasing corners. He drifts a little wide. Back with Dillman now. Here's his look. He's looking at Blanchard. Can't get much closer. Takes a nice line through. Dillman, but not making the impression. Up front, Morris, better through here, but look at the car, all over the place. Really starting to get tail snappy. Well, don't you get tail snappy. Stay with us, Australia. We'll be back at Eastern Creek shortly. Welcome back to Sydney's Eastern Creek for the Valvoline Australian Manufacturers Championship, the 2-litre cars. First time we've seen them in anger, and it's a classic race. Paul Morris gets a little buffer again. Longhurst now. Tony Longhurst up into third. Phil Ward dropping back in the Mercedes-Benz. Dillman challenging him. But look at Morris. Morris has done a great job in this race in a car that really hasn't been handling that well. See how wide he goes. Oh, another one there, but he nearly lost it.
They've certainly got it out there. They've got all the action happening, and these guys are really going out and hammering tongs right up there at the front of the field.
Good shot back, looking at Stephen Ellery. Sierra now. You can see it moving all over the track. Where can he pass? He's thinking to himself. Morris being shuttled back because of this car not handling properly. He's into third place. Tony Longhurst. Oh, what a race. He's come from nowhere and down the main straight now. Takes the lead. Tony Longhurst through the fast left-hander. Whoa, but Ellery up on the inside, and then three abreast. Oh, three abreast. What about this? You don't get better racing than this. Morris, and Phil Ward, the big Mercedes, locks it up, and he holds it on the inside. Oh, great stuff here at the Creek.
They got more changes here than a motorbike race. And look at Phil Ward. He's picking that car up and throwing it around the track. He's carrying it on his back.
Doing a great job, Wardy, in the big Merc, but it's Morris. He's back out in front now. Ellery, he's been bumped into third place in behind Ward. Tony Longhurst sits back there, then Blanchard, and then Dillman. So quite a battle. Everybody still in this. There's no doubt about that. And down they come again, side by side. Longhurst, nowhere to go from there. But look at Ward. He gets the big German tank absolutely flying around the left-hander now. Morris and Ellery in behind him. Ward, sensational drive so far.
These guys don't know anything about driving lines. They're right in there three abreast. As wide as that track is, they're there and they're going to take it no matter what it takes.
Longhurst now has a nibble, and Morris does the same thing to Ward. Oh, Ward comes across the front, and who's that? That's Dillman. Dillman, the current champ, with a spinner. He's out of contention at the moment. A lot of work to do there. Ward, though, he's still in contention. Ellery will run up the inside. Will Ward get the line through the corner? No way.
And they're really out at hammer and tongs. They're still going to do that, and Ellery slipped in there again. This boy is sensational. Put him in a really top-class factory-back car, and he's going to be a killer out there on the track.
Well, I'm not kidding. We've seen the lead change now probably 7 or 8 times. Ellery, Ward, oh, look at Morris. Morris just comes in behind the Merc of Ward and takes second place again. Fantastic stuff here through the wiggly bits at Eastern Creek. Ward, though, holds the big Merc in tight. Morris goes wide again. He's done it all race.
That car of his is all over the place at the moment. He's got to get it sorted out if he's going to stay up there in this kind of competition.
Blanchard back in fourth in the blue and gold car, number 20. He's got Longhurst in behind him. Blanchard's done a pretty good job to shut Tony Longhurst down. Remember, Longhurst led just a couple of laps ago.
These things just fall backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. I don't think I've ever seen that many lead changes in a motor race.
Ellery now. Ellery starts to get a little bit of a buffer going. In this, the Valvoline Australian Manufacturers Championship. And look at Longhurst. Oh, has he got some legs in the little bimmer now? Comes down to the left-hander at the end of the straight, and he's taken the lead. You're looking back at Ward and Blanchard.
And Wardy's right up there again. Look at this.
What about the lock-up from Ward? Blue tyre smoke everywhere. Unbelievable stuff. Blanchard, they just touch and bang a few paddles together as they come off the track at Eastern Creek. Oh, bad luck, Ward. That was a sensational race, just running out of brakes.
That's what it all comes down to. These cars are right there on the peak of it at the moment. There's nothing left of them. They've got to keep it right in every time.
So now it's Ellery and Morris. They're burning. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, we didn't want to do that. Can the kid come back? And here they go, teammates. Different coloured cars coming out of the same stable, though. Tony Longhurst now starts to apply the screws. Puts the pressure on Morris.
These two cars have really got it together. They've got out there, they've got out in front, they've come backwards and forwards through the field, but there's no shortage of action.
Oh, Longhurst has had a great drive here today. He really has had to come through the field. Morris, of course, has led on so many of occasions, but he's had to go wide at this particular part of the circuit. This time it's Longhurst that goes the long way round, but that's going to give him the run in? No, it doesn't. Morris closes the door. Well, Morris has been so aggressive around the back part of the circuit where the car doesn't handle that well.
And look at Ellery, he's right up there amongst it. He hasn't given these guys a moment break. And Phil Ward, look at that old Merc, right on top of them again, right up in the top 4.
Phil Ward's point of view from the whole Merc. Look at him work that steering wheel as he chases Ellery. Haven't they done a job? Because they've both been off in the boonies. They've both really been off the hard stuff onto the grass, and they're back in contention. You can't have a better race than that. Now it's Longhurst back in second. Ellery still in third. Ward is back in fourth place and challenging. Morris out in front with a white Coca-Cola car. Why, gee, he's really had a great race. He's had to do it the hard way, though. And look at Ellery up the inside again. I mean, Ward's going to have blue nightmares.
And look at Dillman. He's back up there again, too, right on top of them after that spin out that he had.
All of the drivers that we're talking about in the minor places have been off the circuit at some stage or another. Morris, Longhurst, Ellery, Ward. Through they come. Here's Dillman. He's on the end of the train now. Too late though for Dillman because they're running out of corners now. In fact, onto the main straight. Here's Morris, Longhurst, Ellery. Longhurst comes out. He's going to have a look, but I think Morris is going to hang on. Oh, look at this. Longhurst makes a lunge. All too late though. Morris by just a bonnet. What a beauty. What a great race.
It certainly has been, Darren. It's been a fantastic example for the first time out.
Today's main players, we've got Paul Morris, Stephen Ellery, Tony Longhurst. Gee whiz, they got plenty to celebrate. What a great race that was. We'll have a lot more 2-litre action next Saturday here on 9 Sports.